Good morning, grade 10th. Welcome to today's lesson. Our topic for the day is going to be map work and tour planning. Under map work and tour planning, we are going to look at location of the following on a color map of South Africa. The first subtopic being South Africa's borders. South Africa is bordered by 6 countries, one of which is an enclave. An enclave means surrounded by South Africa. Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Namibia, Botswana, Lesotho, and Swaziland are the countries on the border. Lesotho is a small country bordered by South Africa. Provinces. South Africa is considered a rainbow nation which has 9 provinces, namely Eastern Cape, the Free State, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, the Northern Cape, Northwest, and the Western Cape. All the 9 provinces add uniqueness to South Africa. They all have diverse cultures and populations where South Africa's history, culture, and heritage is celebrated and embraced. As we look into capital cities, capital cities are more of the major cities of a particular province. Now, the South African government is organized into 3 divisions, each with its own capital city. The history behind this is that when the Union of South Africa was formed, the worry was about having a single capital which would concentrate too much authority into one location. Thus, 3 different capitals of South Africa were formed and they are divided as follows. Administrative capital, which is Pretoria in Gauteng. Legislative capital, which is Cape Town in the Western Cape. And the judicial capital, which is Bloemfontein in the Free State. International airports. South Africa has over 18 big airports which are utilized by both domestic and international travelers to various destinations in and outside South Africa. Now, looking at domestic travelers are travelers that travel within the country. International are tourists that travel outside of South Africa. There are 3 major international airports in South Africa. And the first one is Cape Town International Airport. It has been ranked number 22 in the world, has 24 airlines that operate over 100 leading destinations. We have again Oliver Tambo International Airport, known to many as the OR Tambo International Airport. It is ranked number 30 in the world and has the ability to hold over 28 millions of people annually. Lastly, we have the King Shaka International Airport. It is the best regional airport in Africa, has been ranked as the 9th best airport in Africa, and it is one of the best regional airports in Africa for 2 years in a row. So the King Shaka has been voted the best regional airports in Africa for 2 years in a row. That shows you how South Africa has the best airports. Now we shift our attention to harbors. But before that, let us find out what a harbor is. A harbor is a place on the coast where ships may moor in shelter, especially one that is protected from rough water by jetties and other artificial structures. South Africa has the following harbors: the Devon Albany House in KwaZulu-Natal, Cape Town P166 in the Western Cape, East London in Eastern Cape, Port Elizabeth in Eastern Cape, Mossel Bay also in the Eastern Cape, Richards Bay in KwaZulu-Natal, and lastly the Saldanha Bay in the Western Cape. Now that we know the harbors in South Africa, let us now look at the main functions of these harbors. The Devon Albany House deals with containers, oil, cars, and grain. The Cape Town P166 deals with containers, fish, marine repair works. East London deals with cars and containers. Port Elizabeth, containers and fish. Mossel Bay, it's fish and oil products. Richards Bay, coal. And lastly, Saldanha Bay deals with iron ore. National roads. South Africa has a network of national roads which connect the 9 provinces of South Africa, including the N1, which connects Cape Town and Johannesburg via Bloemfontein. The N2, which connects Cape Town and Johannesburg via the coastal towns of Port Elizabeth and Durban. The N7, which connects Cape Town and Namibia via Springbok. The N12, which connects Johannesburg and the Gardens route, and many more. If you look at the picture of the map here, you'll see a number of different national roads marked with the first alphabet N and then a number in front. For example, we have the N14 there, we have the N10, we have the N4, the N2, the N3, and many more. So these are form of networks that take you from one place to the next. So they lead you from one province to the next. And we continue with gateways. Now, gateways provide the connection between the regional level and the global level of the world economy, acting as the way ideas, people, and goods flow. So, South Africa has long been heralded as Africa's gateway. Cape Town is the second most popular city in the country and has been referred to as the digital gateway of Africa. And now we look into major mountains. We are going to look at 3, which are the most well-known and famous major mountains in South Africa. Take a wild guess. And the first one is Table Mountain, which is South Africa's most famous landmark. It is the most photographed destination in the country, with millions of visitors riding the famous cable car to the top. Table Mountain has become the world's most inviting icon, attracting visitors from all over the world. Mafadi Mountain. Mafadi is a peak on the border of South Africa and Lesotho at a height of 3,446.1 meters. It is the highest mountain in the nation of South Africa. And lastly, Tabana Ntlenyana. Tabana Ntlenyana, which literally means beautiful little mountain in Sesotho, is the highest point in Lesotho and the highest mountain in southern Africa. And now for the last part of our lesson today, we will cover rivers and dams. For this part, I have simplified, or rather have categorized our rivers and dams in table format. Now, the tables are divided into the name of the river, the province in which the rivers are found, the length, in kilometers, and to which ocean or river they overflow. That is for the river part. And for the dam, I've also categorized the table whereby you will see the name of the dam, the nearest locale, and the reservoir volume in milliliters. Hopefully, this part of the lesson will be very helpful to you in a way that you are going to be able to memorize and have a summarized version of the different types of rivers and dams that are found in South Africa. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for today's lesson. I hope the lesson on map work and tour planning has taught you a lot, more especially on South Africa, the borders, the harbors, the national highways, the international airports, and the major mountains. Until we meet again, thank you.